ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। We are running from verse number 3. ज्ञेयः स नित्यसन्न्यासी ये यो न द्वेष्टि न काङ्क्षति निर्द्वन्द्वो हि महाबाहो सुखं बन्धात् प्रमुच्यते. The teacher Krishna here offers certain clarification, answers to the question that Arjuna had raised. Brief background. Rather than face trying situation, unpleasant situation, Arjun wants an easy way out. The easy way out is running away. He comes from a tradition where he has heard there is some lifestyle called sannyasa. In that lifestyle, you don't have to take up any responsibility. Being from the Vedic tradition, he has seen a lot of people in his own family take up sannyasa and go. He's seen some of his ancestors. He's seen the sannyasi's way of life. They seem to be having it easy. Okay, have seemed to be having it easy. So he says, rather than face an unpleasant situation, it's just not ordinarily unpleasant situation. It is a really unpleasant situation where he has to wage a war against his own grandfather, a person on whose lap he grew up, against his own acharya who taught him all his skill, all his professional skills. So you are pitted against these people, the stalwarts, who you say are puja arha or worthy of puja. And he says, you want me to fight that? And Krishna says, see, actually speaking, you have to understand that you are not doing anything. You're only playing roles. And to know all this, you have to have preparedness, for which there are two lifestyles. There is a grahastha lifestyle, there is a sannyasi lifestyle. All this was elaborately explained to him in so far, up to chapter 4. He was elaborately explained that knowledge doesn't, that you are playing a role is a matter of knowledge. That you are a role player and not the role is a matter of knowledge. This is to be known by Shravana Manana Nididhyasana for a length of time, regularly, consistently under a competent Acharya. This was explained to him. And for this knowledge to stick to you, for it to make a difference here, you have to have Jnana Yogyata. You should have the preparedness for this knowledge. You should have a preparedness to comprehend all this. Comprehend all this and not dismiss it as something that will not work for me. And not also purely look at it as something academic for you to give on weekend talks and get togethers. It is something to which you have to relate to so that it makes a difference to your life. And what is the ultimate purpose? Live your life. Okay, in life we will face challenging situations. These situations are not under your control, they unfold, they manifest themselves. This unfolding and manifesting is not like cherries dropping from the tree. They are the result of your own past karma, prarabdha karma. It's called, we use the word PK. Okay, you had joined some place and you had worked there for 30, 35 years. You retire from that place. You have a good pension. Even today, you find that organization imposes certain restrictions on you. They say if you get into trouble and things like that, we will suspend your pension. So even though one wants to be free, this is the outcome of having served an organization for so long and be beneficiary of their handsome pension. You are under contract. You are not supposed to talk about, what is the non-disclosure agreement, NDAs and things like that. You are bound. You just can't do what you please. So these manifest itself. The results of your past karma manifest themselves. anything. You taught, when I say you, I mean, I don't mean the people listening to me. I say you taught the generation, the next generation, compete, fight, cutthroat competition. And unless you are worth, what's it? Unless you are good for something, you will be considered good for nothing. We taught them, no? And these good for something have got into their head. I must be good for something. And what is this something? This what is something is money. Money, money, money. Isn't it? There's a nice song by ABBA. Money, 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 facilities, power. I read a very interesting piece the other day. But a non-resident Indian, somebody of Indian origin, very rich, worth about how much? About 5,500 plus crores, has now become the, what do you call, head of the government of a country. He's of Indian origin. So another person who is a millionaire in another country. So his mother says, see what you have done and see what this fellow has done. You have slogged, and you have become CEO of only a company. This fellow has become CEO of a nation. So this fellow called his mummy and says, Mummy, mummy, in my country, they don't elect presidents who are naturalized. I have to be born here. So pressure on this fellow, no? Some kind of pressure is there. Some kind of pressure. See what he is doing and see what have you done. So the older generation has put a lot of pressure on the younger generation, continue to put pressure that you must achieve. And the problem with a lot of these spiritual organizations, I use a word, quote, within quote, spiritual organization. They write in the book, the sky is the limit to what you can achieve. And how does this young fellow read? The young fellow reads it that I can become the richest person in the world. In economics, there's a simple law of demand and supply. Is ignored that, no? Whatever you decide, you can achieve. I saw it in a book here. Read it out. I was just leafing through something. See, it's easy. You have a big heart and you are loved by everyone. All these things. So all these, these kind of quotations and all, put you under all kinds of pressure. You think achievement and success. Success means making a lot of money, having a lot of facilities, having a lot of power. And when that takes a beating, you can't take it. The teaching comes and tells you, I am the knower. Okay? Everything else is known. The knower is called Atma. Everything known is called Anatma. The Anatma has a transactional reality. You can't dismiss the reality. It has a transactional reality, and you should know how to transact with that reality. Okay? It has a transactional reality. You should know how to transact with that reality. That is Anatma. He says, be aware of another reality. That the transactional reality, the stuff that comes into the field of transactional reality, cannot give you permanent peace, security, happiness. Don't discard them. Just understand that they cannot give you permanent peace, security, and happiness. This stuff in the transactional reality, otherwise called anatma, there's another very beautiful word used, mithya. Mithya means that which does not have an independent existence of its own. So anything finite cannot give you the infinite. It adds, but you are actually looking for the infinite. We saw in one of our earlier talks. What is this infinite? The infinite is the infallible, that which never fails you. I read somewhere. Somebody says, he says you. He saves you. Okay, but for being saved, there are some conditions. There are some conditions for being saved. I should convert and accept him. Only then he will save me. Doesn't. So this being the reality, this is transactional reality. I have to understand that I am the knower of the transactional reality, Atma. I have to learn to relate. I have to learn to transact with them. I have to learn to address the problems arising out of this challenging world, for which I need knowledge. And knowledge will give me Atma Balam, and only then I will be able to transact properly, intelligently. I will be able to transact intelligently. Otherwise, sadness will be by lot. At the end of the day, I will say, "अरे क्या फायदा हुआ ये सब करके?" So this is a matter of knowledge, and this knowledge has to come by Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana under a competent guru consistently, regularly for a length of time. I must have a value for that. And for that, I have a lifestyle, a grahastha lifestyle and a sannyasa lifestyle. And what has Arjuna understood? Sannyasa lifestyle means no responsibility. The teacher clarifies that. He says, understand Nyeya, Sa Nitya Sannyasi, one who is a true sannyasi. Nitya sannyasi means forever a sannyasi, one who na dveshti na kamshati, one who is free from the grips of strong likes and dislikes. Is it possible? We have to change. We have to learn to, it's all about intelligent living. It's all about intelligent living. When we say na dveshti na kankshati, when you are not on the grip of strong likes and dislikes, mean binding likes, binding dislikes. When things don't go in your favor, you are agitated. When things go in your favor, you are ecstatic. It shows a certain lack of balance. Not dveshti, not kankshati. Let's say this is a goal you and I have to reach. Krishna says, Grahastha is a good means to use this. Sannyasa, don't look at sannyasa, look at the Grahastha. Grahastha means you are a householder. Householder, your wife, you have children, you have responsibility, you have parents, you have rent to pay, you have taxes to pay. You have to earn enough to take care of all these things, and you have got occasional income. You have got so many things. You have a society to a duty towards a society. Yeah, last week I had used the word mental sannyasi. Mental sannyasi not means a mad sannyasi. Sannyasi in the mind. That should have been the expression. Okay. So I am a sannyasi in the mind when I am aware of transactional reality. Meaning I understand things will be like this. Strong likes and dislikes are converted into preferences. I prefer like this. But if it is not so, I'm not going to make a fuss. So, strong likes are converted into preferences. Strong dislikes are also converted to preference. I would prefer not to do it. First step. Then comes, I deliberately wean myself away from activities, pursuit of desires which are against what is proper. For the sake of few extra rupees, for the make of making a few little extra money, I am not going to violate what is proper. I knew a person who used to work in the Middle East. Those days, 20, 30 years ago, 1990s, I used to know a person. We used to have these foreign exchange rates. So if you remit money from India through banking channels, you will get a lesser amount. So there'll be agents. If you give them the money there, he will give you the rupee here in a much more. He'll give you at a premium. I know this gentleman who used to say, I know a premium is available, but I don't want to break laws. And the counter always, his family used to tell him, everybody break laws. He said, it is not proper. I don't want to be a party to it. And I will not allow anybody to be a party to it. Anybody who is directly connected to me, I will not allow you to be a party. What you do outside my control is not my concern. I like that value very much. I have liked it. I used to stay those days. I used to stay in a place in Chennai, and there was a neighbor nearby who's somebody there abroad used to work abroad, and suddenly somebody will come and leave a payroll, some packet with me with a manila envelope with a lot of something. I asked him, "What's inside this?" He said, "Sir, you give him, he will know, sir." I said, "I know, but as you're transferring it through me, I will know. I want to know what is inside." He said, "Money, sir." He said, "Who are you and who is giving?" I said, "Give me your name." He said, "Give me your name. I will give you." He said, "No, I'm local." I said, "Yeah, you're local only, I know. But where are you from?" Then I realized he's from Chennai. We have a famous place called Burma Bazaar. So his son-in-law is remitting money to him through this agent and he's getting it every month. I returned the envelope and told him, please don't make me a party to this mischief. Not only am I doing something wrong, I'm also in a company, in an organization which says this is illegal. You want me to party to that? The neighbor got very annoyed. He said, you won't even help me for this. I said, no, I won't help you for this. So you can avoid what is deliberately wrong. You're driving. Everybody breaks red light, so I also break red light. No, you can stop. Everybody does this. If the follow the Johnsons. No, I will follow what is proper. It is one more step. And third step, reduce expectations from the close inner circle. Anyway, outside I don't have much expectations. From the close inner circle, family, friends. Okay, they say in Tamil, they say lifelong, tight friendship. We eat in the same plate. I know, I'm so great about it. Reduce expectations. Good to expect, but if it doesn't happen, don't make a song and dance about it. Krishna says, if you this is possible in the Grahastha which I think is very, very suitable for you. Such a person is a Nitya Sannyasi. And to be truly Nirdvandva, one who is not affected by the pair of opposites, okay, oh Mahabaho, oh strong one, please understand when you reach that level where you are spontaneously free from the pressures of the pair of opposites, you are a bandha muchya. You are free from what is called enslavement. You are a free person truly. You are no longer an ordinary being. You have okay, let's say you have gained your swarupa. You have understood your swarupa. That's what he says in verse number 3. Let's go to verse number 4. He says, Sankhya Yogau Pratak Balaha, Sankhya Yogau Pratak Balaha, Pravadanti na Panditaha, Pravadanti na Panditaha, Sankhya Yogau Pratak Balaha, Pravadanti na Panditaha, एकमप्यस्थितः सम्यक् एकमप्यस्थितः सम्यक् उभयोर्विन्दते फलम् उभयोर्विन्द्यते फलं विन्दते फलम् ऑलवेज सांख्ययोगौ पृथक् बालाः प्रवदन्ति न पण्डिताः एकमप्यास्थितः सम्यक् उभयोर्विन्दते फलम्. Okay, so he says Sankhya and Yoga. See, an earlier point he had used the word Sankhya Yoga. Here, the Sankhya and Yoga are supposed to be read as two different words. Yoga, they are using a dual tense. Okay, so Sankhya means sannyasi lifestyle. Yoga means Karma Yoga lifestyle, or otherwise called Grihastha lifestyle. So, sannyasi lifestyle and Karma Yoga lifestyle, The difference between one is superior, the other is not so superior, these kind of talks are are given by पृथक बाला means immature people. बाला बच्चे बच्चे बोलते हैं ऐसे, न पंडिता, न पंडिता. The wise don't speak like that. The wise don't say all this. Please understand this very clearly. That is the essence of what it is. So, he said, "And the people don't talk all this immature stuff." Okay, then they have wrongly attributed that Sankhya, Sannyasa, Yoga, life, Sannyasi lifestyle is better. Karma Yoga lifestyle means you will not be able to do all this. There is wrongly attributed values to this lifestyle. Okay. Some people say only if you get, see, it is not a diversion, it is on the subject. If you talk to traditional people, orthodox people, they will tell you, I spoke to such people, and it's been my experience. What are very religious people, very orthodox people. And so I've spoken to a lot of such people during these so many years. So when I started talking about Upanishads, and that times talking about Upanishads and things, they're very elderly gentlemen, exceptionally good in reading horoscopes and things like that. A very senior person whom I had a lot of respect, my father's contemporary. So when he heard I was speaking all this and lecturing all this, he said, "You're wasting your time." I was shocked. "You're wasting time." He said, "No, no, you're not supposed to do all this. You are a grahastha." At that time I was recently married, just married a few months. He said, "You're a grahastha. You are supposed to look after your wife." I said, "I am looking after my wife. She comes to attend classes." He said, "No, no, no. Wasting time. You're supposed to enjoy." I said, "I am enjoying." He said, "No, no, that's not something. You are depriving yourself. You're supposed to buy your wife." I said, "I'm buying her. I'm doing everything possible. I'm buying her things. I'm keeping her happy. So you can independently talk to her, check whether I'm keeping her and she's happy with me or not." So, "No, no, this lifestyle is not for you." Then he sat and gave me a long lecture. He said, "First, there is a brahmachari lifestyle. From the brahmachari lifestyle, you go to grahastha lifestyle. In the grahastha lifestyle, you spend 25 so many years. By the time you are 50, 55, you have to go to a vanaprastha lifestyle. Go live in an ashram. Okay. From that, you get into sannyasa. And as a sannyasi, you will get moksha." That was the thing explained to me. And when I met my Swamiji, Swami Dayananji, it is like, darshan. He heard me very patiently. Swamiji never dismisses anybody, never dismisses anything. He listened to me. So, yes, that is the traditional view. Yeah, I don't know. That's an orthodox view. Let me tell you the traditional view. The traditional view is there is brahmachari. The brahmachari, on completion of his vidya, learning, he can opt for a lifestyle of a sannyasi or opt for a lifestyle of a grihastha. He can live the life of a sannyasi throughout. He can live this life of a grihastha throughout. And ubhayor, okay, both of them, both these lifestyle assures you moksha. Not that you have to go from here, but there is a possibility that you can go from grahastha lifestyle with the permission of the people around you, especially the spouse. You can go adopt a sannyasi lifestyle and continue your sadhana. Whether it is sannyasi lifestyle or whether it is karma, grahasti lifestyle, sadhana is very, very important. What is the sadhana? Sadhana is samadhi shatka sampatti. Shama, Dama, Uparama, Stitiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Hey, you're all qualified people. I don't want to explain all this. Okay. Shama, Mano, Nigraha, Dama, Chakshuradi, Bahyendriya, Nigraha. Shraddha is accept Vedas and Gurus as a pramanam. Samadama, Uparama, accepting my station. Not saying that I kya baat hai yaar, hum fas gaye yahan aake. I am not able to devote time. Uparama. Titiksha. You know, Titiksha means there will be pinpricks in life. Taking care of all of them. Accommodating the pinpricks. Samadhanam. Concentration. Focus. I follow Karma Yoga so that Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti becomes strong. Side by side, I cultivate Vairagya. Vairagya for what? Vairagya to move away from things. Let me use it this way. My Swamiji's, not my words, my Swamiji's words. Vairagya is understanding and not investing emotional energy in wasteful pursuits. Hey, how lovely. It doesn't mean don't enjoy. It doesn't mean don't have fun. Have fun. But don't peg your emotional fulfillment in transactional reality. Vairagya. Have fun. Definitely have fun. Have fun as long as it is aligned to Dharma. Don't have, they never says don't have fun. Don't be a boring guy. Boring fellow. I call such people Coca-Cola people. You know what's Coca-Cola? All bottles are the same. All the taste is same. Billions of bottles. Coca-Cola people. Boring people. I have nothing against the drink, okay? Pepsi or Cola. I just say, be the only one of your type. Have fun. But be aligned. But be aligned. Also have very clear here. What is this? Nitya Sannyasi. Knowing fully well that this cannot give me emotional satisfaction. This can give me pleasure. This is finite. At some point of time, it may even get cloying. Just a certain grown up person here. We are all physically grown up by eating or not eating, even overeating, undereating, we grow up. But are you grown up here? So, Grahastha lifestyle gives you certain chances to have more titiksha. You are busy studying, okay? Busy studying, working in, and then suddenly you get a letter. You are promoted and you have to go take charge as GM in this center. Hey, what about all my studies? What about teacher? Challenges. So if I tell the organization, no, teaching is not important, then I'll have to end up working with juniors. You are happy with that? The organization may even say that because this fellow is not willing to accept promotion, we may give him early retirement. Are you willing to take that? Choices. So you are in a choiceless situation. You are in a choiceless situation. Grahastha Ashrama gives you a lot of such opportunities. The job of your choice, but not in a place of your choice. So many such options. Buy a Rolls Royce and drive it in Bombay. What will you drive in Bombay Rolls Royce? So, this choiceless situations, how do you handle? Grahastha Ashrama gives you more such chances. Last week, I told about a person who had three children, all three severely handicapped children. He had a challenge in life. Without whining, grumbling, blaming planets or anybody, he lived a comfortable life. Person is very well known to me, my own father. That's why I'm able to say it with so much confidence. No whining, no, he didn't have Vedantic study. Grahasthashra gave him this opportunity. It gives you such, Grahasthashra gives you challenges and it helps you grow. So rather than use and throw, use and grow. Grahasthashra gives you this kind of. So ubayor vindate phalam, moksha phalam, either this lifestyle or that lifestyle will give you. He only says in the sannyasi lifestyle, there are more challenges. You think Grahastha is more challenging? Sannyasi lifestyle, I will not say more challenges, it has a different kind of challenges. We will not say there's more challenges there, less challenges here, or things like that. No, nothing like more challenges, less challenges. Okay. So there is a different style of and different kind of challenges there. Let us read the next verse, verse number 5. यत्साङ्ख्यै प्राप्यते स्थानं यत्साङ्ख्यै प्राप्यते स्थानं तद्योगैरपि गम्यते तद्योगैरपि गम्यते एकं साङ्ख्यं च योगं च एकं साङ्ख्यं च योगं च यपश्यति स पश्यति यपश्यति स पश्यति होल वर्ड्स यत्साङ्ख्यप्राप्यते स्थानं यत्साङ्ख्यै प्राप्यते स्थानं तद्योगो तद्योगैरपि गम्यते तद्योगैरपि गम्यते एकं साङ्ख्यं च योगं च यपश्यति स पश्यति. So, dwelling on this idea, he says, please understand very, very clearly what is to be understood clearly. Where do I stand? He's not talking about others. Ask the question, where do I stand? Look at the mirror now. Where do I stand? Is sannyasi lifestyle suitable for me? Is grahastha lifestyle suitable for me? One who understands this truly understands. That's what they say. And you know something very important here? Both these ashram, the word ashram itself means spiritual discipline meant for spiritual education. Whether you are a grahasthi or whether you are a sannyasi, don't give up study. What is the study? Three important things. It's the basic of the study. Three important things. Atma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahma Na Para. Atma Satyam, I am truth. Jagan Mithya, Jagat is dependent on me. And I look at myself as a Jiva. Please understand that Jiva is no different from the Atma. This is what you have to study. And for studying this, you need Jnana Yogyata. And the Jnana Yogyata comes from following a certain lifestyle. So whether it is Sankhya Prapyate, what benefit you get out of Sankhya lifestyle? Tad Yogairapi Gamyate, you will also get it out of yoga. Means Grahastha lifestyle. Yogair Gamyate. Ekam Sankyam Yogam. So whether it is Sankhya lifestyle or Grahasthi lifestyle, you get the same result provided you do what is expected to be done there. Follow discipline, jnana yogyata prapti, jnana prapti. Jnana yogyata prapti, jnana. If you do that, what will happen? You get the same result. Yah pashyati, sa pashyati. One who understands this truly understands. The teacher adds a very important line here. Know what does he say? The teacher says, know where you stand, but unfortunately, only I am fit to know where you stand. I alone, the teacher alone can determine whether a grasta lifestyle is suitable for you or a sannyasa lifestyle is suitable for you. It's our personal experience. I've spoken to Swamiji, my own Swamiji, and Swamiji's simple reply was, settle down, lead a good, happy life, become a very senior person in Reserve Bank. Don't forget study. That's all he said. Another person, a slightly older person, maybe a few years older to me. To him, Swamiji recommended, please take up sannyasa and live a sannyasi lifestyle. Why? Teacher knows. He knows this guy suitable for this lifestyle. That guy, that lifestyle suits him better. There have been Swami Brahmacharis who came to Swamiji at the age of 21. Swamiji not only admitted them to the course, within 1 year he gave them sannyasa. He said, this is a born sannyasi. To some others, he said, abhi study karo. Go manage the US ashram. Go manage this ashram. Finally, he said, you get married to the yoga teacher, settle down, both of you manage the US ashram. The teacher is the one who truly knows what lifestyle suits you. Only the teacher knows. See, even today there is a practice among in Tamil Nadu. There's a practice. I don't know how it is in other states. When we write down our wedding invitation, in the invitation we will write down with the paripurna blessing and sanction of this Mahaswami. For example, people who follow the Kanchi Mata, they will say, with the paripurna blessing and sammata means agreement, express agreement of Kanchi Swami. We are conducting the wedding of so and so. Okay, when I wrote the invitation for my children, I wrote, with the paripurna blessing and consent of Sri Swami Dayananda Saraswati, I propose to conduct the wedding of my son, the wedding of my daughter with so and so. Why do we write that? Because the parent is not capable enough of for determining what is good for his children because of the subjective factor. Any parent in the world, because of the subjective factor. So we need a guru. The guru is like a parent with objectivity who understands the child well and says, yes, give him a grahastha lifestyle. This lifestyle will suit you better. In my opinion, you should do this. The guru understands what is good for you. During 1990, there were practical instances. 90, that period, Iraq invaded Kuwait. You're all familiar with that. So we had a follower of Swamiji living in Kuwait. They were told, tonight, if you are willing to take a flight, we will take you out of Kuwait. Otherwise, everything is gone. He had to leave behind everything. He just carried his certificate, some clothes, and 2 bags and came back home. Those days, laptop and mobile phones were not there. Otherwise, he would have carried them. And when he spoke to Swamiji, he said, Anatma. Understand. He says, I'm telling this to you because you are a student of Vedanta. You have been a student of Vedanta for the last 20 years. Anatma. Leave it. He did this action. Chhod do. But he wouldn't have told this to a person who is not with a Vedantic background. He would have said, yes, try to file a claim through the government, external affairs, try to file a claim. So it is a teacher who understands you well. So he says, whatever sannyasa will give, that will be given also by grahastha lifestyle. Understand that this lifestyle doesn't make a difference. Study and preparation makes a difference. Lifestyle doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make. You may live in a 100 room mansion. Doesn't make a difference. This is a beautiful story of a Raja who called a sannyasi to his ashes, to his palace, and lived. And the sannyasi started living well. So after 3 years, the Raja said, hey, what's the difference between you and me? I am doing bhoga, you are also doing bhoga. So why all this sham about bhoga? What's it? He said, there's only one difference. I am willing to leave all this, take my kamandalu and walk out today. Are you prepared to do that? How can you? Yeah, he said, that's the difference. I have been living in luxury for 3 years. So you say, sorry, from tomorrow morning, this luxury is not available. I am willing to pick up Kamandalu. Kamandalu is a water thing. And walk with one set of clothing. Why? Ishvara will take care. That is sannyasi lifestyle. That is sannyasi lifestyle. Going to verse number 6. We will introduce verse number 6 and see it in detail in the coming sessions. Verse number 6. Sanyasastu mahabaho. Sanyasastu mahabaho. दुःखमाप्तुमयोगतः दुःखमाप्तुमयोगतः whole line संन्यासस्तु महाबाहो दुःखमाप्तुमयोगतः योगयुक्तो मुनिर्ब्रह्म योगयुक्तो मुनिर्ब्रह्म न चिरेणाधिगच्छति न चिरेणाधिगच्छति योगयुक्तो मुनिर्ब्रह्म न चिरेणाधिगच्छति whole line संन्यासस्तु महाबाहो दुःखमाप्तुमयोगतः योगयुक्तमुनिर्ब्रह्म न चिरेणाधिगच्छति. So the teacher says, ayogataha, one who is not prepared enough. To him, O Mahabaho, he says, he addresses you, Mahabaho, but there's a tinge of subtle thing. Hey Mahabaho, you are a very powerful guy, but please understand, even if you are not prepared enough, sannyasa lifestyle, dukkham avaptum, dukkham avap, it will give you dukkha. You think sannyasi lifestyle is easy? My Swamiji very often used to say, hey, don't decide to become a sannyasi looking at my lifestyle. He said, I had to struggle to come this far. An ashram here, an ashram there, cars receiving me. I always travel by flights and things. And then to understand, this has come to me after so many years of struggle. And I have not struggled for this, I've struggled only for knowledge. So, it can give you a lot of pain for the ayogata, sannyasa, aptum, prapt hona, dukkham. Dukkham means one is cut in hai, it also gives you prapt. For a person who is not ready, sannyasa lifestyle is not suitable. Okay, so a brief look at the sannyasi lifestyle. We should understand this well. This has deep significance in our Vedic culture. We need to have, unless we have to go into this, we have to understand it from Vedic background. Everybody's goal in life is only one: to be happy, not become happy. To be happy. And to be happy, you have to know yourself to be that happy being. This is jnanam. This jnanam, you don't stumble upon this jnanam. This jnanam has to be revealed to you by the appropriate pramana, by operating the appropriate pramana, means of knowledge. Veda as a means of knowledge, and a Vedavit who knows how to operate this knowledge. Only then this knowledge will work. And for getting, even understanding this knowledge, or even having an inclination towards this knowledge, you should have a certain lifestyle. A certain lifestyle where you withdraw from, it's a general recommendation, I'm not saying you should do it. Withdrawal from a life of indulgence and a life of intelligent restraint. Not everybody is capable of this. But some people are able to commit themselves to this lifestyle, have restraint, avoid intelligence, study consistently, study regularly for a length of time, live a lifestyle in conformity, in consonance, alive to that reality, and by mere living teach you. Some people have the scholarship also to teach you. When such a person is available, I call such a person a unique person, not the Coca-Cola type. Sorry, also. A unique person who is who is alive to certain realities, and all these worldly pleasures, they are okay. He appreciates them, but they do not have खास मजा नहीं है, not much fun. I don't really. I want to live a life where I am free from inside, free from the very want for pleasures. If such a person, he is a muni, he is unique, and it is the society's dharma to provide for him. The sannyasi doesn't say, protect me. He will sleep anywhere. He will just have one kamandulu, even that may not be available. But it is a society's dharma. The society has a dharma. As a grahastha, I have a dharma to not even protect him, to provide for him, so that he is not bothered with these small pursuits. So, the process of going into grahastha, means sannyasa ashrama and the rigors and things like that, have been put in place more by Adi Shankara after seeing the Buddhist lifestyles. Because the Buddhists, with their total lack of any kind of attraction to any kind of pleasure, seem to influence the people a lot. They say, "Oh my God, can somebody be like this?" So that's how you put in. And the sannyasa means there's a process of taking sannyasa where you do about 2 3 days of certain rituals. Just as I became a brahmana using certain rituals, I have to use a certain. I wouldn't even use the word brahmana. Vaidika, right from the time your Namakaran was done, Annaprashan was done, Aishya Homa was done, they are all initiation into a Vedic lifestyle. So Brahmana doesn't mean you are anything special. It just means that you are committing it yourself a little more, that's all. You are committing to a particular branch of study and living that life, that's all. Doesn't make you a superior person. It's just a commitment to a certain branch of study. So just as this person was initiated into a grahastha lifestyle, he has to be initiated ritualistically into a sannyasa lifestyle. He has to give up all the karmas. At every point of time, there's a giving up. See, as a brahmachari, when I was introduced to the thread, I used to do a karma called, small homa karma called Samita Dana. So when I became a grahastha, I was told Samita Dana is no longer for you. You have to do Aupasanam. When you become a sannyasi, you realize that even upasanam is not for you. Sandhya vandanam is not for you. You don't have to follow any of these ritualistic procedures. It seems very fanciful, but it's very demanding, because not only you give up rituals, you give up your name, you give up your relationship, you give up your lifestyle. You live in a place away from all this, depending purely on the society for your roti, kapda, makan. Calls for a lot of. You don't have money for buying reserve tickets. You don't have money for buying air tickets. No, more for you don't have money for buying mobile phones. If that is the life, there are some people. I mean, I'm not talking about that lifestyle. We'll discuss some other point of time. There are some people who have all this, but that is not the purpose of their life. The purpose of their life is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. So he says, please understand, O Mahabaho, unless you are mentally ready for this lifestyle will give you dukkham. And it's also very difficult for you. It's not easy. Who, when you fall ill, who will take care of you? We had a brahmachari known to us, passed away a few years ago. He was born with a hole in the heart. And as he grew older, in his 40s, he was having a hell of a time. Maybe what, 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, he was having a hell. So when we checked, The cost of surgery and things like that, they're about 1,50,000 rupees. And we spoke, either lakh and 50, I don't have 1 lakh, 1 rupee, I don't have 1,500 rupees. What are you talking about? Lakh and 50,000. I don't have all that kind of money. Let Ishvara take care. He was prepared to, like that. Young, just 40 years. But then many of us got together, tried to put together money for him. We put him through the surgery, but he passed away. We spoke to a lot of people. Then imagine, there's somebody who's treated. He used to live in somebody's. Where will he? Will he live in a hospital? Can you leave your work and go support him? There was a family who supported him. There was a family. The family said the ground floor is his. Let him stay in the ground floor. The husband said, I will manage the house, rest of the house, the children. And he told the wife, take care of the Swami. Recently, another Swami had a kidney transplant. So, this society had a Vedic culture where taking care of a Swami was considered a blessing. But the Swami never worked for being taken care of by others. So, it is not an easy job. That's what the teacher tries to say. Okay? And Yoga Yukta. Who is a Yoga Yukta? The Yoga Yukta is a person, okay, one, Yukta, he is clear. The Yoga Yukta, yeah, 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 he says, okay. But for the Yoga Yukta, for the person who is very clear, meaning, here he's talking about it, the first line is about the sannyasi. The second line is about Yoga Yukta is about a Karma Yogi. Okay. He says, a Karma Yogi who is in the Grihastha Ashrama, okay, is getting emotionally prepared, okay, and getting jnanam. So whether you are for a sannyasi, it is difficult. So he says, for a grahasti, don't think because I am not able to be a sannyasi, I will not get this. If as a yoga, if I am as a yoga here is a karma yogi, as a grahasti, if I have the right kind of commitment, study and lifestyle, okay, Munir Brahma. We'll see all this more in details in the next class. Munir Brahma, the Brahman, the achievement of moksha. Achirenadi achirena शीघ्र ही नचिरेणादि गच्छति बहुत ही शीघ्र प्राप्त होता है. That's what the teacher says. We will see this in detail. The next few verses we have covered up to 6. We will see it more in the following verse. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांति. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो. स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो. सब संतों की जय हो. ओम 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 ओम. हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण. Meet you all next week. Bring Krishna into your life. Do a lot of Shramana Manana and look at how you can relate to this knowledge in your day to day.